Well, 20 years ago this month, Hurricane Katrina triggered the worst humanitarian crisis in modern history. It also exposed weaknesses in our nation's infrastructure, including a breakdown of telecommunications. Some of the innovation developed since then is now helping with current disaster response. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joins us live with that. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Casey, it's hard to believe that it's been nearly 2 decades since Hurricane Katrina really destroyed much of the city of New Orleans. Floodwaters as well as high winds really took out much of the phone and internet service in that area. And since then, telecommunication companies like AT&T have seen giant strides in their technology, helping both consumers as well as first responders.
So this is sort of the next step for us for the portable cell sites.
Kelly Morrison is part of AT&T's Network Disaster Recovery Program. I met up with them at the company's North Texas warehouse, where they keep an impressive fleet of high-tech equipment geared at getting cellular and data users back online following a natural disaster.
We brought this to Hurricane Ian at Fort Myers and used it to get out to the barrier islands that were isolated.
Morrison has seen the technology evolve firsthand. Back in 2005, his team responded to New Orleans in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. No one can forget these images of the widespread devastation. Most of the city was underwater. Morrison's crew set up satellite trucks with phone banks at populated spots across the city where people had no cell service, including law enforcement officers.
The victims would have to come to us, using their address books and, making notes. They weren't using their devices that have all the information in them like they would be today.
That's all changed. In 2017, AT&T began developing FirstNet.
We need a dedicated network for our first responders.
Kelly Adley is the section chief for AT&T FirstNet Response Operations Group. Back in 2005, he was working as a law enforcement officer for the Collin County District Attorney's Office when he went to New Orleans to assist police there. It was a challenging time.
As far as communication, I had a flip phone. And that was it.
FirstNet has changed the way first responders communicate with one another.
This gives us about a 3-mile radius of a FirstNet network. It's isolated for our first responders, so the community cannot attach to it.
Within hours, crews can set up portable cell towers. He was recently in the Texas Hill Country for the deadly July 4th flooding.
In Kerr County, we're able to drop this next to the river and give those first responders communication as they were doing search and rescue.
And some pretty incredible technology that I got to see today. The deadly July 4th flooding, there were reports at the time that there were some law enforcement agencies and first responders that weren't able to communicate with others because of their radio equipment not being compatible with other agencies. Adley tells me that's really where FirstNet comes into play. It's extremely helpful because it can really be an overlay to all of that. Casey?
Yeah, innovation helping save future lives. Fox 4's Alex Boyer, thank you for showing that for us tonight.